And we are live here on YouTube with Fog Football. And to be honest, the screen is just showing a black screen for me on the live stream. But I've been sitting here wondering for the past hour, why is this not working? But then when I actually went onto the live stream, it said, like from another account, it says that it is live. No idea what's going on here. But anyway, I can't see myself. I've no idea what's going on. So yeah, this shall be interesting to say the least, won't it? It definitely will be. So get your comments in, and I'm just going to test to see if this is working. Is this working? 55, 56 next season. Is that working in the chat? It is. So I just need to see if I can see myself, and then it is. So there we go. Right, that's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know from the Fog Football perspective. But you can't see it. So why can I see it? Hold on, I'm so confused here. I can't see it, right? But what is going on? Why can I see it on my phone, but other people can't see it? This makes like zero sense. Can you hear it though? Can you hear it? I'm going to put up a poll actually. So why can I can hear and see you? Well, that's all right then. That was me proper bricking it. We're here to talk about the game tonight. That's what we're here to talk about. For whatever reason, I don't understand. It's just a black screen, like from the YouTube dashboard that I've been dealt, like the pop-out dashboard that I've got. So I just assumed it wasn't working, and I've spent an hour trying to get this to work. To be honest, I've no idea why it's not worked. I'll tell you that. Eight viewers in the chat. Let's see how this is going to go. See, I was just testing some things out there. Got the mute button to work, but for some reason you just can't see it. So 4 votes saying that. Right, we're going to look at a bit of news. That's what we're going to look at. So, what's Brendan? What is Brendan Rodgers? What's Brendan Rodgers saying? Let's find out what Big Brendan's saying. I'm glad this stream's working. There's me thinking it was absolutely in the mud. 10 people come in. That's what I'm talking about. Fog Football's here. See, I've got it set up on my phone. I can see myself on my phone, but I can't see myself on the laptop, which I don't understand. Really, yeah. I mean, let's just address this, shall we? So, Willie Collum has been appointed the new head referee operations at the Scottish FA. What is that all about? Yes, on that. Willie Collum, folk troops, don't understand what's going on there. He's retired. I mean, that's a good thing. We've also got Sean Rooney joining St Mirren, obviously former St Johnstone defender, on a 2-year deal. Killie can easily get a result, but even if they do, Celtic will hammer St Mirren on the last day. Absolutely. I'm going to pin that message. Wait, whoa, I didn't unpin. I didn't do that. Let's get that pinned. Why is every... No, it's pinned. That's all right. Even if Killie wins, St Mirren will not put up any fight. True. It's because St Mirren's guaranteed fifth. That's why we can't... But Dundee needed to beat us for some. Say it didn't matter actually because we needed to beat Dundee anyway. It's pretty much over. 15 viewers are in. Whatever news have been dealt with today. I mean, like Sean Rooney signing a 2-year deal. Malky Mackay, of course, joining Hibs. Not exactly well. So we'll read a bit of news out here before we get asked questions. Neil Lennon looks like he's going to join Rapid Bucharest. What do we make of that? Neil Lennon joining Rapid Bucharest. Hibs fans, Block 7 Ultras have called the club's appointment of Malky Mackay a disgrace because of the text messages he sent at Cardiff City. Again, I touched upon that. Always next season FC. That's what it is with Rangers, isn't it? Let's see what Nick Montgomery was saying. So this according to the Daily Record. Nick Montgomery was warned about the dressing room informants and the poor transfer strategy at Hibs, but he couldn't resist trying taking the job. Well, he failed, didn't he? And Hibs Director of Football, Brian McDermott, will be given a more specific recruitment role with the arrival of Mackay Easter Road. So what do you think about Malky Mackay Easter Road? We'll close down this, Phil. 8%, someone's actually voted. Let's see some comments. Here, your second team played better than your first team. They did, and that sums up the problem at Rangers. Tab must not play for Rangers again. Almost every goal come down his side. It gets seriously pathetic. Should have played them at County. Should have played them at home against Motherwell. Should have played them at County. Should have played them away to Dundee. Should have played them at Parkhead. I mean, come on. Should have played them pretty much everywhere. So, Malky Mackay, good appointment. Brilliant appointment. We'll put it up for a poll. Big Malky Mackay. Anyway, what other news is there? Right, this is what Brendan Rodgers has said regarding the Hibs vacancy. He's tipped Killie manager Derek McInnes as the favourite for the job. He says he's going to land a job at the highest level in the future. Well, hold on. The Hibs vacancy is not the highest level. And again, McInnes ain't going to Hibs, right? If he didn't go to Celtic, to Rangers from Aberdeen, he's not going to go from Killie to Hibs. He's not. It's never going to happen. Alistair Johnston said he had 11 stud marks on his leg from John Lundstrom's tackle on him, and that the upgrading from a yellow to a red card is why VAR was brought in. Liam Gordon says St Johnstone were not trying to replicate Celtic's huddle at Livingston, but has pledged that the same unity from pitch to stands will be on evidence at McDermott Park for the must-win game with Ross County. Interim boss Peter Levin has urged the Aberdeen players to exit the club, with Connor Barron, Kyle Roos, Johnny Evans all out of contract this summer to bow out on a high in their final game at Pittodrie. Other comments. How many studs did he have on his boots? Sorry, boot. Yeah, that's actually a valid point. Do we hit with that many? What else? Rangers fan believe Kamara for saying goodbye to him as he did a lap of honour on a zone around the stadium at the final home game against Dundee. And if Bayer Leverkusen win the Europa League, the knock-on effect would promote Benfica into the Champions League group stage next season, meaning Rangers would likely to be seeded throughout qualification. That's massive for us. Absolutely massive for Rangers. So, what about Celtic tonight then? Can Celtic get over the line here? Discussing it on Fog Football. Everybody in the chat, who wants to send a super chat? Go ahead. You can go ahead and send it. Did anyone walk out last night? Yeah, I mean, the Union Bears walked out at full time. Didn't wait for the lap of... It's not a lap of honour. It's the yearly lap. Like last season, I was at the Hearts Rangers game when they drew 2 each, and, it was sad seeing like Morelos, Kent, McGregor, especially McGregor, go in Arfield as well. But this season, just wanted none of it, because our league has been bottled. Kenny Miller said Johnson had only 10 stud marks and that he was at it. Well, Kenny Miller. When did Kenny Miller say that? I know you're joking. No need to fear. So Malky Mackay, we get 7 votes. Good appointment. 43% saying yes. 57% are saying no. We get 28 viewers. What else is going on in the crazy world of Scottish football? What about Neil Lennon, man? Why wouldn't he take the Hibs job? I'm just scrolling through Twitter here, guys, to see news to talk about. Nah, I mean, I follow The Rock, but does anyone want me to hear me talk about Dwayne? What about Joe Biden and Donald Trump agreeing to debate each other on June 27th? That'll probably be better than the Euros coming up, to say the least. But we'll have to wait and see how it's going to go. Chris Sutton was tweeting about the game tonight. He says, will Celtic win at Rugby Park another league title? We'll have to wait and see. You supporting Celtic tonight? No. I mean, part of me can't. I mean, obviously, I would rather it go to the last day, but part of me is like, I just want this to be over. You know what I mean? It's been dragged out. St Mirren, Lennon got a job in Turkey, did he not? No, it's Bucharest, so definitely, and that's not Turkey, that's Romania. These players from England and Europe don't get it means to play for Rangers. They should be made to attend so many Rangers function a year to get to know what it means to be the fans a bit more like the old day. Absolutely, man. They don't. I said that with Tom Lawrence. Mid-table championship players don't get what a winning mentality is, and it's hard to bring them into that. And it's not that here you can never sign them ever again, but when you make your core of your team that, that's when you've got a problem. Malky Mackay has actually told the Hibs fans that you better judge me on the job that I do, not my text messages. So how's that going to go down? Obviously, Celtic Killie, guys, 7:30 tonight. And every other game is also tonight. And Jim Goodwin has been crowned the Glens Fodga Championship Manager of the Year. What do we make of that? Big Jim Goodwin. John McGinn issues Hibs warning over underappreciated at Hanlon and Stevenson. They're both pish. I'm not going to have this, man. Looks like Shea Adams is leaving Southampton. And we've also got a bit of breaking, well, not breaking news, this is about 4 hours old, about the referee appointments for the final Old Firm of the season, which of course is the Old Firm Scottish Cup final. Armstrong will score the first goal. Don't worry, Celtic will put you out your misery tonight. 1690 says PK. So yeah, get the comments fired in, get them stacked up. I'm just going to read through the information here about the VAR decisions. So, whoa, right, not the VAR decisions. Nick Walsh will be in charge of the Old Firm final. Who else? Calum Spence and David Rome were on the lines. Stephen McLean has been appointed the fourth official, while John Beaton will have his work cut out for him at the Clydesdale House. He oversees VAR alongside assistant Big Davey Magici. So it's the fourth Glasgow derby. That's the article, by the way, not when you said that. Walsh has been tasked with handling it in the second time he's managed the Powder Keg fixture this season. But will he call him retiring? That's bizarre. Right, here we go. Comments. Unless you're a young lad in the championship, you're there for a reason, because you don't have a winner's mentality. Yeah, it's like Tom Lawrence, man. He acts the big man, but that's not happening. Gollum, new head of refs. Yep, he is. He retired and he gets the new job. If Colm retires, Celtic will need a new referee. Well, he did retire. FTP getting in there. Yeah, get the comments in. Get more comments in. We'll answer them all. Get the super chats in as well. You can't get enough super chats in your life. It's bizarre that he's just stepped in. You thought he would have waited to the end of the season, to be honest. What's this? Apparently they're charging. Hibs are charging the loved ones of Paul Hanley and Lewis Stevenson for their Easter Road farewells. That's mental, man. Hundreds of pounds for the hospitality, and they're actually charging them for that. That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. Also, if you missed it earlier, Sean Rooney, St Johnstone legend. I mean, he got 2 cups, like, so you're near enough a legend. And Josip Juranovic, Union Berlin are getting relegated. That's mental, isn't it? How's that happened? Paul Hanlon, Hibernian is my club. This is where I want to be. At no stage did I picture myself leaving here. Well, big man, sorry to burst your bubble, but you are leaving here. You are leaving the club, right? Just like the SNP, these guys fall upwards. Yeah, failing all your roles, but you still get the higher roles after you failed. Cheating, beating on far at Hampden to make it a much closer game. Killie will pump them tonight. I'm liking the attitude, PK. I mean, that needs to happen. So, what about the Champions League? Any talk on that? We're not going to know. Brendan Rodgers is sold as a luxury mansion, according to Scottish Sun Sport. Work at it. Rafe will thank St Johnstone. Great game last night. Here, I just hope Partick or Rafe, whichever one goes through, I hope whichever one goes through beats St Johnstone. McKinn's to Hibs, would he go? You know what, we're going to end that poll and put that for a poll. But if McKinn's stayed at Aberdeen instead of going to Rangers, why would he leave Killie, who's in Europe, to go to Hibs, who are shite? He's not going to do that. I do not think. Should McKinn's... Yeah, I mean, Killie are a better team, and obviously Hibs, you know, bigger club, so to speak, you know, considered in the same bracket as Aberdeen and Hearts. For Hibs. Aye, so get voting on that poll. 38 people watching, 15 minutes in. Let's see here. No, Killie are better than Hibs. Nivette says 2-0 Killie Pies all round, hopefully. Derek wants the Scotland job, but is Clark going to be gone? That's what we need to know. Because it's been... Scotland the past year's been pish, man. It has been. So I think, poor tournament, I think Clark could walk. But what sort of job does Steve Clark get if he leaves the Scotland job? You know, he went from Killie to Scotland, which is obviously a step up. But you look at Rangers and Celtic, he would never really. He'd never manage Rangers. He's not going to manage Celtic. Would he go? Could he get a move? Could he get a move to the Premier League, or is the Championship the English Championship has? I don't think it's his level. I do rate Clark, but it's, you know, managers sometimes outstay their welcome. What he did with Killie, you know, it can't be downplayed, man. He was beating Celtic over a calendar year. Rafe have a plastic pitch, don't they? I think they do. Not looking forward to the Euros with his turgid football. Again, yeah, I mean, the Euros are going to suck because of injuries, but also the style of play is pish, man. 3-5-2, I get it. Oh, get Tierney and Robertson in, but it's worse than watching Beale ball. Maybe in Europe somewhere. Yeah, I mean, I could have. Terry Monroe says no way he's getting a job. And I can't see because of the fucking heart emoji. I'm going to assume, I think it's the England flag you've put in there. Yeah, I'm not saying he would get a massive job, right? But he could. There's no reason why Steve Clark couldn't take over like a lower end Premier League team. McKinn's future Scotland manager. Let's take and be updating this poll. Should McKinn's leave Killie for Hibs? 75% voting no, 25% voting yes. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. He might get the Watford job, then I'll be up for grabs. Does he really want the Watford job, though? Watford job is an absolute mess. So, I mean, what? You get 17 votes there. And we've got, what, 24% voting yes, 76% voting no. 1 second. Right. What other news have we got to talk about? Shot glass spot it over there. Absolutely. You missed it, PK. We were doing shot. It was a shot for every super chat on the Rangers whiskey, the sweet one. Watch along over on my channel. That game was painful, by the way, last night. It was not particularly brilliant. Worse than Tottenham fans celebrating getting beat last night to cost Arsenal the title. Yeah, it was actually bizarre seeing that, but I thought you were knowing Irish with that accent. Live in Belfast, big man. East Belfast to be precise, but from Airdrie. Big Ange was pure rage. He was fuming. Should have done a bong instead of shots. I don't think they're going to YouTube's going to let us do that. Watched the game, went through the motions as usual. Some nice drinks from RFC, had a couple. Yeah, I mean, I think the whiskey's like 36 quid. I don't think that's too bad. Right, let's see what other news is happening. Rangers ace John Lundstrom set to link up with ex-Barcelona star next season. Aye, dead on. Absolutely dead on, man. Is that all about? Celtic few Rangers, the referees, John Beaton's the VAR man, we all know that, right? So any other breaking news, the Slovakian Prime Minister's been shot. If anybody is into their politics, right? Let's see. Ange was warned about joining that loser club with how meant he was. And I feel sorry for Ange to a degree, but everyone knows Tottenham's like that. I think it would have been the most Tottenham thing ever if they actually won Arsenal League. They didn't. Did Son throw it? Who knows? Son missed that chance on purpose, then City get a penalty, strange one. From Erdry to Belfast. Jeez, jeez. Absolutely. Here. Wasn't my call. I'll be back. Well, I say I'll be back. I won't be back. Well, I mean, I've been in. Like Big Angie deserves better. To be fair, he does deserve better. But yeah, I'll be back sooner rather than later. Just not to Erdry. Not that I haven't. I mean, I was in Erdry in March. So was it May? No, not May. I haven't. Fuck. This is March. Mackenzie's off to Ibrox after the cup final. We'll have to wait and see. Would people take McKenzie over Clement? Let's see how the cup final goes, and then I'll make a wee statement on that, shall we? Because that could be quite controversial. Nope. Yeah, people don't want that. McKinn's no chance. Here, he rejected us once. I think that's most people's logic, and you know what? I can get behind that. Clear that down. McKinn's no chance. I mean, right. So let's look at the vote. 23 votes. Should McKinn's leave Killie for Hibs? We're all saying no. Pretty much everybody's. Yeah, he rejected us, and for the same reason. He's not going to go to Hibs, right? Because at the end of the day, why would he go to Hibs from Killie if he didn't go to Rangers from Aberdeen? Not going to happen. Not going to happen. And there's not really much other news floating about Celtic. Will they do it tonight, though? Will they put Rangers out of misery? Let's see. Manchester City are a machine. Arsenal just learning what Liverpool went through for years in a toe-to-toe title race. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what it is, right? I think, but it's not that Klopp's overrated, but I think they're making it what Klopp did is, making it to be like on the level of like a Sir Alex Ferguson or a Pep. I get it. Pep's a bit fraudulent to a degree with the 115 charges, but yeah, I mean, Liverpool were great in those seasons when they were like, I think it was like 98, 97 points. Erdry, the Bruno and the double D in the stadium post. Best time for an aftermatch. Booze up. Yeah, and you can't beat Christie's and Erdry, folks. An ice and ring. You cannot beat an ice and ring for Christie's. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then get to fucking know. Once Pat leaves Arteta, will take over. KW, I have a feeling our misery will go on. Yeah, I mean, it's bleak to say it, but I think it probably will go on as well, by the way. Soul destroying. Rangers at the minute. Steve Boy, how's it going? You doing the Celtic game tonight? Here, I might do the Celtic watch along the night on Fog Football. I don't know. Might just sit down and watch it. No one needs to see my tears on stream when that title's official for them. I wouldn't cry. I've accepted it. Klopp never spent anything like City, United, or Chelsea. Absolutely, he didn't. He's got a good net spend. City and Chelsea are the worst. No, United and Chelsea are the worst. You'll super chat you if you do. No promises, mate. Maybe if we get a few super chats now, I'll definitely do it. But I think I'm going to lay off the shots, so I won't do the shots. I've done a lot. What did I do? Like 4 or 5 last night. Ange made his pitch for the Man United job last night. That's what United need. Ange is an attacking manager. Manchester United need to be playing attacking football. I do not understand the blind loyalty of people like Mark Goldbridge, man, backing Eric Ten Hag. They are shite. I watched the Arsenal United game. Arsenal didn't even get a first gear and they walked over the line 1-0. See, in the past, man, Arsenal could not beat United at Old Trafford, regardless of who was there, even after Fergie. I know they beat them once, but how long will a new Rangers team get to gel? Will they play the same style next year? Style at the minute is perfect long to hoof it long. That's wee Airdrie comment in there. Hoof it long to death. So I mean, at least last night there was a few substitutions and things were all right. But is Airdrie, like Rangers, a new club? See, Airdrie is officially a new club. To my knowledge, I believe they are. Airdrie were in Europe not too. Well, I say not too long ago. Probably it was a long time ago, but I was reading like St Mirren. The last time St Mirren were in Europe was what? Fuck, it was ages ago. Was it 88? I think it was the same season Dundee United made the UEFA Cup final. Or have I just plucked out of thin air? No, I think that is what's happened. Well, I want the Airdrie to get promoted though. Man United are nothing but coupon boss. Yeah, but see, I don't bet. I bet the team that's playing United. So no for Big Ange. Give him the Liverpool job. But I think he just. Well, where's Ange going to go though? I mean, that his press conferences last night would suggest that he's had enough, hasn't it? Airdrie, only club with ultras named after a punk band, and the only club with a "Make Airdrie Great Again" banner. I guess makes sense if Airdrie's in the title, but they do love their Donald Trump doing an Airdrie, don't they, with their wee banners and all that good stuff. I should go to an Airdrie game next season. Absolutely, that'd be brilliant here on Fog Football. A wee match day vlog at the Excelsior Stadium. I've been there through a few funeral after parties in that stadium. It's mental to think I've been to more funerals at the stadium than I have actually done anything like at a game. How many sightings do Rangers need to topple the Irish mob? How many signings? Fuck, I'd say about 10. Need to lose about 10. I went through it earlier on my channel, but need to get rid of everybody and then bring more people in. 87, 88, Cup Winners' Cup, boom, it was Cup Winners' Cup. Don't change the subject. Is Airdrie, like Rangers, a new club? No, but Rangers aren't a new club. Airdrie, I believe, are a new club. Now, I haven't looked up the history of Airdrie, but here, I believe in actual writing that Airdrie are, Keith. So I'm not changing the subject. I'm just reading the comments that are underneath your comments. Right, so updating the poll. 26 votes. Should McKinns leave Killie for Hibs? I'll tell you right now, actually, I'll Google it. Is Airdrie a new club? Is Airdrie a nice place to live? I don't know. It doesn't actually really say. It just says 2002. They need Jamieson, Cotter, Ella, and Meridol. No, it's not a plastic pitch. Fucking Google's pish. Google's absolute mince. Is there any other bloody? So the Premier League clubs will vote. That's Premier League. Who cares about that? Who cares about that? But what did we think of Todd Cantwell last night? Being like an absolute fud. Yeah, they changed names for Airdrie United to Airdrie Unions. I think that was in 2013. Ask Chat GPT. It's better than Google. No, I think the 2002 thing was about. Yeah, I know. Obviously, if it was 2002, it would be new, but I think 2002 was the name change. I just gave it a quickly look there. I love how the stream's focusing on Airdrie. What a place! What an absolute fucking Airdrie Crown Court. So Airdrie or Clydebank, would the real club please stand up? Who's going to stand up out of both of them? What Irish mob? Rab C. Nisbet, you fool. You're getting called a fool. I think he's referring to Celtic. The digs are coming in the chat. It's getting toasty. It's getting absolutely toasty in the chat. Let's see here. Clyde Super Scoreboard. What's happening on there? That's what we need to know about. I'm going to end that poll and I'll put up a poll for a Celtic Killie watch along. Let's see, Clyde now. Let's see. Right, I'm going to get this poll put up then about the game tonight, the watch along. Who wants it? It's like watching Doctor Who in Lanarkshire. Brilliant. Definitely do a watch along. I'll put up for a poll. I'll put up for a poll here. Watch along for tonight's title. How many title deciders have there been? I can't confirm that I'll do it or not, by the way, but I'll just put up for a poll anyway. I don't know why YouTube's done this. I'm just seeing a black screen. It doesn't even look like you know, what's going on. Let's see. Chat GPT says they're not a new club, so there you go. Airdrie are not a new club. Airdrie owners went bust. Clydebank were bought and name changed to Airdrie United. Then Airdrieans like Doctor. I've already read that. Definitely do a watch along. There's been a lot of comments since I went and did that wee poll. Some people don't understand. If that's the case, Celtic are a new club 2 times over by that logic. No wonder we don't call them the English mob. Celtic are the top team in Scotland, no Ireland. I vote it yes. But see that, yeah, to me, they are a Scottish team, Celtic, right? But you do not see the Scotland flag anywhere near Celtic Park. You might get the odd one, to be fair, but most of the time it's in green. What do Celtic fans make of that? Should there be more Scotland flags at Celtic Park? Does that bother Celtic fans? I know it won't bother some of them, but exactly, 100%. EUFA don't classify Rangers as a new club, right? We know, everyone knows the Rangers aren't a new club, man. So Airdrie are really the MK Dons. No, they are Irish and should jog on back to Ireland. No, man, the league needs the old firm. We can talk about either one disappearing, but the state of the league without it, man, and everything, the rivalry would be gone. You need it. As much as both sides hate each other, you need it, man. We play green and white. Does not bother me at all. Not many. I know, but there's far more Scotland flags at Ibrox than there is at Parkhead. I can definitely vouch for that, by the way. It definitely is. Now, obviously, if you compare both of them to like other clubs, there would be more Scottish flags at other clubs. Oh, P. O'Neill's back claiming they're an Irish club. Why would we fly? Oh, well, because you're a Scottish club. That's why. You know what I mean? I don't get that. You know, it's not like see with Celtic, it's not like Wrexham or Cardiff or Swansea, right? Where they're actually Welsh clubs playing in the English leagues. Celtic are a Scottish club playing in the Scottish leagues. You know what I mean? It's not like Celtic are based in, Belfast or Dublin and they're playing over here. No, it doesn't work like that. Scotland flag is in the GP flag. Absolutely. And imagine you took the blue at the United Kingdom flag, man. It'd be absolute fucking mince. What about Ibrox? Only Union Jacks? No, there is Scottish flags at Ibrox. I'm not saying there's more, because there's obviously more Union Jacks, but there is a lot of Scotland flags there, absolutely. Them and the rest of football, they were going to revamp Scottish football in 2012, and it killed Scottish football. They won't vote independence, so what you having for your tea? Steak. I'll be having steak tonight. So I don't know when I'm going to end. I'm probably walking the dog about what, 6:20 we're in that region. That's when this stream will end. Get back, get a steak dinner, and maybe debate putting a watch along on or two. So let's see here. We guys running about East End of Glasgow thinking they're Irish and never been out of Glasgow. Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with like embracing where your heritage is from. I don't think there is, but again, I think it is a bit cringe when some people get on like that at the end of the day. More title flags flown at Celtic Park recently. Can't complain with that. Irish club playing in a foreign land, same as Hibernian. The clue is in the name. Yeah, Hibernian does stand for Ireland, doesn't it? And like, is it Gaelic or Latin, something like that? Yeah, but they're still a Scottish club. You know, what I mean, they're in Edinburgh. They play their games in Edinburgh. So I mean, come on, what are we doing here? And so say they are an Irish club playing in a foreign land. Why are they playing in a foreign land? If Ireland's so great, why don't Hibs and Celtic? Why did they even bother? Why did they even bother? Why did they want to find clubs in Scotland? Why not just find them here? You know, why not find them in Belfast or whatever? If it's so fucking great. No, I mean, I don't, come on. Ross Logic, so is the Irish flag with the St. Patrick's Cross. We'll get on to the wee Embra guy in a minute. If we win a double, we have a more successful season in Celtic. Does that mean the last 4 seasons we've outperformed them, including a season with a Euro final? Is it really that bad? It is. The league's the bread and butter, man. Yes, 2 cups are all right, but no, not the 2 cups are all right. But when you look at the context of the league, it was ours to lose. Where is the wee Embra guy? Does he live in Belfast too? Oh, aye. He does. Don't you worry about it. He's at work at the minute. That's where he is. He is at work. He finishes at 6:30. Living the dream. Living the absolute dream. Edinburgh Irish. Big P. O'Neill's sticking to their guns here. When Rangers toured, because then they refused to play under the Scottish flag and was the only club to support Celtic's right to fly the Irish flag. The clubs were found it before we were born. What does it matter? It was the way Celtic played football I liked. Yeah. I mean, see all this, but I mean, it's like 150 years ago, man. People have seen like 200 years, all going to be forgotten about at the end of the day. And see when Celtic were founded, right? Ireland was a part of Britain. Some people probably don't even fucking know that, but they were. So Ross Wilson, league title over cups, but league title, Scottish Cup, and European performance, a league title. Just because we threw it away doesn't mean we didn't outperform them across the year. Yeah, in terms of trophies, right? You can't dispute that Rangers, if they win the Scottish Cup, they've won more trophies than Celtic. That's factual. It's 2-1. But I'd still rather the league over those 2 cups. Anyway, get 2.5 million for winning the cups. Win the league is 60 million. So how's that for success? Yeah. That's a valid point. Mr. Freeland, I thought Rangers fans were bad. Those Spurs fans are something else. Poor Ange. Yeah, it was quite bad. Like, they're all wearing like City shirts and they're all singing when they're getting beat. Just weird, man. The Romans named Ireland Hibernia. That means the land of eternal winter. There you go. A wee history lesson there. For your big Pat O's. We're approaching the 40-minute mark. Dundee United were Dundee Hibernian, then Dundee Harp before United. I've got a notification on Twitter. Who's slabbering on Twitter? Nobody slabbering on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, there's this picture going about of Borna Barisic looking very emotional walking around the Ibrox pitch. I don't care. It's the same. Yeah, you're right. It was part of United Kingdom, not Great Britain. All right, I'll give you that one, Pat. All right. But yeah, I mean, Borna Barisic. What about Borna Barisic, man? The guy's an absolute. Why am I getting so many people following me on Twitter? All these fake spam accounts, by the way. But yeah, failure should not be rewarded at Ibrox, and pretending that Barisic had a great career is not doing it for me. Andrew Tack, what happens if we qualify and we get the 60 million too? Yeah, but even if Rangers qualify at the start of next season, Celtic still won the league. You know what I mean? And you're saying that they've done nothing outside the league. There's a cup final to go. I would maybe say those sort of things after that. So we get 19 votes for a watch along, 68% going yes, 30% going for the no department there. So yeah, that's crazy. What else? Sky Sports. Also, let's see what Chris Sutton has had to say regarding tonight's game. He said Derek McKenzie's a fierce competitor. He would love nothing more than putting one over on Celtic. And as he said, for Celtic, get a result tonight. They are champions, and that's what don't even need a win, man. They just need a draw. Was Barisic at the back post looking sad? Barisic was greeting at the back post. Yeah, does it hinge on us beating them at Hampden? If they beat us, it's clearly a better season from them. It's not over yet. It's not. Here, the treble's still on for Rangers, isn't it? I'm only joking. Of course. Well, by the letter of the law, it is Gordon Duncan, Jim Duffy, and Marvin Bartley are on Super Scoreboard. If anyone's tuning into Super Scoreboard for Marvin Bartley and Jim Duffy over Big Stevie Cool, you've got serious problems, all right? You need to stay here. You need to pump some super chats into the chat and lay the smack down because they're all boring, man. See Simon Donnelly and Cammy Bell. What is that like? It's like the job squad. It's like the absolute job squad, man. These jabronis, I like that. Like, fear ships. We had Kamar Roof. Wait, is that Kamar Roof literally left Rangers? Chris, give it a year, Sutton. Kamar Roof, there's a picture of Kamar Roof. Is he on a plane? What's going on? Is Kamar Roof just left Rangers high and dry, literally? Can't even bother his arse for the next 2 games. You know? What an absolute jabroni. It's Kamar Roof. What's going on in Glasgow today, by the way, with all these protesters? That looks like an absolute state. Also, where's a good place to camp in Scotland? Go ahead. Someone leave that in the comment section, because that's going to be happening real soon for me. Celtic lose tonight. I was thinking of Carroll. Carroll's a great wee place. Celtic lose tonight. Goes to the last day and fighting a calamity like 2005. Unlikely. Yeah, it was. It was unlikely 2005, but I just feel like with this one, it's far more unlikely. But yeah, crazier things have happened, but I get it. Celtic fans will have a bit of doubt in the back of the mind, but, I'll probably be over tonight. Could be worse, Stevie. You could put the women's football on at 6, absolutely. Women's football's great, by the way. It's not. Let's see, good channel PR. Camp at Ibrox raise money for the homeless. That would be a good idea, but camping at Ibrox in the middle of Glasgow overnight, I think you're asking for something to go down there. But it's a good idea, but camping's all about isolation. You'd be getting people bothering you. Loch Moray near Dingwall. Oh, that's good. I'm going soon. Going in a couple of weeks. Bit of camping. Sacred Ground. Could go there. League is everything, Mr. Wilson. Celtic have had one more Scottish Cups, so it's no big deal if you've won the Cup. You should Nick Welsh ref and cheating beating on far, so you're already a goal up. Yeah, but we're already a goal down because the team, Lunsum's probably starting. They do it as a sponsor event every year. You can apply. Oh, aye, yes, actually, I've heard of them. Aye, that makes more sense than me just doing it myself. That would have been funny, man. What else? Is there any other thing to talk about? I think there's a bit of news here for Sky. There's a Premier League vote to get rid of VAR, and it's been proposed by Wolves. Could we see that up here? I think we should get rid of VAR, man. If I'm being brutally honest, I just don't like it. Let's see. Good campsites along the West Highland Way. Yes, we're thinking about going to the West Highland Way. Well, I don't know how many days we go for. I'd like to walk it, but it's taking the piss walking it, isn't it? But here, start of June's nice weather to walk it, I would say. Inverarnon, Kinloch Leaving, Glen Nevis. Absolutely. See, I watched No Planes, Trains, Everything. People might know him, people might not. Him and Steve Marsh, they're like inspiration to get outside, aren't they? If you know who I'm on about. It's like, see, you watch their footage, you're like, fuck, I want to do that. Is that you're from Ayr? Is he from Ayr? I don't know. Wolves and Forest moan about everything. They do. Not in Forest, though. They were getting stuck in, weren't they? Absolutely getting stuck in, to say the least. Let's see. Yeah, Leon King getting a lot of pelters for last night, I'd say so. Let's see. Done it in 5 days back in the army days, that in the southern uplands. Is that like the two? Is that like right across the borders, that one? But I'd love to do it. Too many midges in June. Absolutely, but fuck, I don't fear midges. I have a 5-man tent. Not that I'm bringing 5 men with or 4 men. But yeah, can't be a bit of camping, man. Camping's brilliant. You've done it 9 times. Fuck, I need to do it. I need to do it once. What was the 5-man tent is sus? It wasn't me that bought it, mate. My girlfriend bought it. Well, it's actually it's a 5-man tent, but you wouldn't think it is. It's okay, old mate for how's it going? Right. No midges down here in South Scotland. Philomena is the name. Philomena's back in the chat. Philomena's back in the chat. But I was watching this guy camping Carrour. Obviously, like Carrour, I made a video on Carrour on Big Stevie Cool. Go check it out. But I mean, I love Carrour. So you're getting off the train, man, and it's just pure and utter silence. No one around for 15 miles. That's what I'm talking about. Words cannot describe that. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant up there. I did the whole Glenfinnan walk, which I thought was good. But there's too many people up there. Like there is, like tourist-wise, there's too many people up at Glenfinnan. Absolutely. As we have went from talking from football to good old camping. That's what I'm talking about here. Named after Big Phil. Big Phil Clement. So is this the final day? The women's football then? I don't care about the women's football. I know people might like, but I really do not. So you got the title decider, Hearts away, Hearts at home to Celtic and Hibs at home to Rangers. No one cares. Only place I would go on a camping trip would be New Zealand. New Zealand would be 2-1. New Zealand would be 2-1 beside Australia. All those spiders and all that shit. You go into Clash at the Castle. Have you seen the price of tickets for Clash at the Castle? I was debating it, right? Because I do have a wrestling channel, and I thought, if it's like 80 quid a ticket, I would think about going. I mean, see, some of the tickets are going for over $2,000. Who's got $2,000 to spend on 2 tickets? And also, if you spend it on 2, you're looking at over $4,000. It's not WrestleMania at the end of the day. And I don't really like wrestling these days. I do cover it, but it's just nowhere near as good as it used to be. Absolutely. No, didn't used to be good. New Zealand, similar climate to here. Is it? Damn. As a Celtic fan, I'll take a draw. When you come over, the idea is difficult. It was great. I took a week first time, but I did it in 5 days. See, what the thing is, right? It wouldn't be difficult for me. I used to do the post. Obviously the post you walk a lot of miles, but see, convincing the missus to do it without moaning and nagging for like 107 miles, whatever it is, for Mulgaive up to Fort William. I don't think I could listen to that for 5 days. I can do it. I can do a bit of camping with that, but I'd probably have to do it myself. Big Drew will be even more annoyed after tonight. He will be, Big Drew. CM Punk said he's going to jump out a big bowl of haggis and start battering them, but it's no worth it, man. I remember going to the last wrestling event I ever attended, No Word They Lie, by the way, was like a couple of weeks, maybe a month before Chris Benoit killed his family, and that was in the Odyssey over here in Belfast, and it was like, and he was in a Toys R Us doing a fucking signing. I'm lucky he didn't go mental a month prior, by the way. Namesake, CM Punk turns up a Celtic top, we are riot. But see, I'll probably get half cheered. West Highland Way is full of gorgeous Dutch and German girls. You should do it. Fort William to Mulgaive. Nah, I think there's something soul destroying leaving Fort William and ending up in Mulgaive. That doesn't do it for me. Logan Paul, the best wrestler of all time. Logan Paul's all right, by the way. Logan Paul is absolutely all right. I mean, I think it would probably be easier doing it Fort William to Mulgaev, but I'd rather start Mulgaev. But I think when we're going to go, well, I don't know if we're going to walk I would love to walk the full thing, but as I said, some people might not want to walk the full thing, but, you know, I wouldn't mind just walking one stage yet, to be honest. But looking forward to doing it regardless. Looking forward to a bit of camping. Going camping on Sunday. Don't know where I'm going to go for that, though, or we're going to go for that. Saw Roddy Piper, Andre the Giant, and the $1 Million Man. But compare that, right? 1990, you're seeing Roddy Piper, Andre the Giant, the $1 Million Man. What are you seeing today? Nothing. Drew McIntyre. I like Drew McIntyre, Rangers man, but I mean, he's not exactly any of those three, is he? In terms of like star power. And like you look at 10 years later, man, you're getting like Austin and The Rock, and after that you get Cena. You get nuts, soul destroying. Sun's in your eyes that way. Far better to start Mulgaev, piss up in Fort William. Absolutely. I was in Fort William not too long ago. When was it? End of March. And see the prices of the spoons, the Witherspoons, by the way, in Fort William compared to like a Witherspoons in Glasgow or Edinburgh. Fucking hell. It must be about 35% dearer. If you go from Wilderness to the city, it's a great trek, Stevie, but I'd leave the girl. Yeah. I'll see. Hold on here. I don't know if I got left on this stream. 7 minutes past. We're almost at an hour. 8 minutes away for an hour. So, yeah. She's just finished work, and when she gets here, we'll away walk the dogs. And then that was when the stream will end. So, yeah, I've probably got about another 15 minutes, troops, of talking about Wilderness and all that good stuff. All that. It's outdoors. Outdoors is brilliant. I like getting in the outdoors. I don't mind being in the cities either, but I think there is something just a wee bit better about going in the outdoors, isn't there? But UK Fanta Lemon or Spanish Fanta Lemon? I've never had Spanish Fanta Lemon. I don't know. I used to love Fanta Lemon, but I kind of went off it. UK or European cheese crisps? I like Quavers. I like Quavers. I like Tato. Tato's no bad. But fuck, I wouldn't. Cheese wouldn't be my go-to. You're a Rangers man, absolutely. Sadly, I'm here starting talking about Celtic, but that's the job at the end of the day. Unreal, mate. Yeah. And tonight, you'll probably see a watch along with me being clinically. Just say tonight, man. Fuck, the game kicks off no too long. Today's absolutely fucking flew in. Yeah, I can't make any promises about the watch along, but the promise of super chats later on. Sensei, sweet shit, absolutely. The pre-title winning Sky Sports show starts at 6:30. Are they going to win it tonight, though? Like, say Celtic lose it tonight. Celtic fans are in this chat. Will you be bricking Saturday, or will you just think, we'll win on Saturday? Know what I mean? Because, yeah, the league is over, right? But if Celtic lost tonight and then, for whatever reason, got a man sent off like 5 minutes into the game on Saturday, right? And it was a penalty as well for St Mirren. They went 1-0 up. I think obviously you just need a draw, though. It's not like you need 2 goals. So, but if it was me, but see, I think even from a Rangers perspective, I just think Celtic have got that mentality. If it was Rangers, I think the fucking arse would go. Favourite curry from the Indian? I don't really get Indian, to be honest. Anytime I get an Indian, I get a kebab for the Indian. Work that one out. As a Hearts man, I hope, boys, even though we're already guaranteed for it, I want a gap to be as big as possible, and we will pump St Mirren. Yeah, Hearts play St Mirren tonight. It's hard. You remember, you've got other games tonight. Well, I think Newcastle play Man United tonight. Surely if Ten Hag loses to Newcastle, man, he's away. I mean, they've got Newcastle and Brighton up next. Like, they lost 4-0 to Palace, 1-0 to Arsenal. They're probably going to lose the next 2 games. They're so bad, Manchester United, man. Have to wait and see in that regard, won't we? But I'm going to end this poll. So, no promises on the watch along, guys. I might do it. We'll have to wait and see. Because I did it on my channel last night, but it's awful long talking for 2 hours. Paul Hanlon, last game ever at Easter Road, bound to score. He could be. This isn't a Celtic team with that fucking Phillips in it at this time at Killie. Yeah, he was bad in that game, wasn't he, Matt Phillips? You could be the one to show us Celtic supporters bricking it. Celtic will smash Killie tonight. There's 60 million to be won. If that's not enough, Rodgers needs to go. Right now, I'm getting. I don't know why that a ride to Paisley. Are you going to the game, big man? Hanlon to do a cloud on McAley. So who's all going to the matches tonight? Get it in the comments down below. Who's all going to the matches? Top 5 cuisine: Chinese, Indian, Mexican, Italian, Korean. It's a dumb question, but what does FOG stand for? It's not a dumb question, but it will be a dumb answer. Right, this is about 1 million years ago. This is like 2012, by the way, right? Formula 1 gaming. Work that one out. So that's what it stood for. But I think FOG, it just sounds good. But when I tell you what it actually stands for, is utter shite. Right, why is she texting me? She's not outside. I thought she was outside. I was like, I'm going to have to end this and get the dog walked. But no, we've still got a wee bit of time to go, troops. I'm heading to Paisley for the pumping of St Mirren. Yes, you get stuck in, big man. Football on grass. Yeah, but with other channels, with FOG Wrestling, I've got FOG Entertainment, which got demonetised, and I had to send an appeal away just to get the money back. Soul destroying doing that, sitting in front of the camera like it's a bloody Edinburgh, the foggy town, I thought. No. Why is he supporting? I'll let you all in a secret. See the Hearts man on this channel? He got a Rangers cake for his 12th birthday. And there's photo proof, by the way. I was only 2 years old, but I remember. I've got the photo. I've got the evidence to prove it. Edinburgh, the foggy town. 27 people watching. Please show it. Nah, here. I might show it in the watch along later. Get enough super chats in, I'll fucking burst out the whole album. FOG, Friends of God, nah, definitely not. I think we're the big God up there. That guy's dealt me some pish hands over the year. I can't get behind the big God. Super scoreboard on Celtic and Rangers and the women. They're no winning. It's 2-0. Breaking news. Oh, they're voting to scrap VAR. What else is going on? Not much. I'm going to check Twitter right here, right now. See what's happening. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about getting rid of VAR. It's going to be as in FOG and just FOG the shit, and that's like the mess. Johnny Evans' last game at Old Trafford tonight, is it? I mean, I don't blame them for getting rid of him. I think getting rid of Ferran. Getting rid of Ferran on this day. I just can't get away. Right. VAR has killed the game, in my opinion. Stevie, is he called Jambo Bear as well? I call him Jambo Bear. See, I would say there's more chance of Ewan Cameron being a Rangers fan than he is, though. Even he did want Rangers to win the league this year, though. Does that make him a Jambo Bear? Well, I say he wanted them to win it over Celtic, right? Not over Hearts, but obviously that's not going to happen anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Do you like the split? I do. Hibs and Aberdeen can greet, but if they were in the top 6 January, I believe they would get 6 for 6 losses. Well, it'd be 5, wouldn't it? But yeah. Part of me likes the split, but then part of me doesn't. Minnie Hunt, in what way does Matt Gunner's a Rangers fan go watch Red Star Belgrade away, awarded 3 goals in real time, chopped off correctly by far, and we got to a Euro final. True, but there's also other instances. Like, Far's helped, yeah, like, not European, well, we were getting penalties for Far and all, like, which were penalties, but, you know, look at Far, man, it's a mess. And I'm not just saying this in the light of the John Lundstrom tackle, because that was a red, and with Far it wouldn't have been, but I think it slows the game down too much, man. You're sitting there at the match, right? And you're sitting there at the match, and it's like, hold on here. What's going on? Then it says far in progress, and you're just sitting there. Don't know what to do. Jamie the Diet Hun. I meant 5, my bad. Right, sorry. Not gonna lie, I thought you and the other guy you do this way were a couple of idiots. Slow your sound, bud, when you're not ranting. When was I ranting? Yeah, but seeing you're ranting, man, you miss wee details out and you sound like a tool. It's hard to start ranting and sound, on the ball. But when you do these live streams, you're here for an hour or whatever. Like we've just started doing them, and to be honest, if I was ranting here for an hour, you'd lose your voice. Need more rants? Yeah, but you know what? See, with rants, I feel like it needs to be like when Rangers lost 2-1 there. I don't think there's time to rant about it because it was so expected. You can rant about it for a bit, but I mean, it's what, Wednesday? You can't be ranting about it 4 days later because you expect it to happen. Like, I was ranting and raving after the Ross County and Dundee games because they were unacceptable. It's killed the game. It's a game of fine margins. Ian Cameron hung around Gerrard's arse more than Danny Murphy. Is that the wee Jambo's name, Jamie? I don't know. Is it? That's what Tesco Finest said. It must be. Celtic became the first and only team to get a penalty for a head clash due to far through. Best match I've went to was my first Rosenborg versus us. Next match for me, Europa League playoff. We hopefully pack or search are so bad they're not in Europe. It definitely slows the game down. People forget the decisions they get or the decisions they didn't get pre-far that cost them big. Italy, Hamburg, and Scotland, for example, refs always been bad. No, they have, but I almost feel like with far, it was brought in to cut out all that stuff, and it's almost created more of it. Would take a Rangers or Hearts pumping if it meant hearing one. But I rant. Well, no, we do rant. It's just, it's hard to rant when you expect the same pish. Like, he was going ballistic in the match review in the 2-1 about the penalty that was given for Matt O'Reilly, calling Willie Gollum a cheating bastard and all this. But I wasn't going too much into it because it's not why we lost the game. We lost the game because we're pish and Lundstrom and all that stuff. Does far work? It's just offsides. Why the Celtic team news it? I'll read that. Celtic team news. So we've got Hart, Johnston, Carter, Ficker, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, O'Reilly, Hattati, Forrest, Maida, and Ida. Kyogo's on the bench, so I'm kind of a bit surprised about that. To be honest. Steve, if you start showing watch-alongs for Celtic games, we are more generous than your lot. So start doing the next season and your channel will grow, mate. Yeah, well, it would only be on here. I wouldn't do it on my own, but yeah, thank you for that. His parents named after Jambos and Jam Tarts. Far is only good as the official checks it. Exactly. Ida starting tonight, cool on the bench. What do you think about Spurs fans? I think Ida starting tonight makes sense because it's a more physical game. What do you think about Spurs fans being happy to get pumped by Man City fans? How are we going to win the league? Made to lose it. I'd still want us to win. It all depends, doesn't it? Like, I mean, I've said if it was between Rangers and City, because in this league, it's going to be hard because Spurs need it to win for Champions League football, and that's to build as a club and get that extra money and get players in that actually want to come to your club because of Champions League football. It's not just a case of, we didn't want to win because of Arsenal. There was things on the line for Spurs, and I can see why Angie's fucking fuming. But again, I can see how it works both ways. Killie will do the usual roughhouse tactics. So you can see what Ida's starting. Yep, absolutely. There's no release the Killie team. Refs in football are the least transparent, and they seem to be completely against adopting whatever every other sport does. Why is MLS refs mic'd up and ours like every other sport? There's always next year though for Champions League. But is there? There's no guarantee that. I mean, you say that, right? But Chelsea, Man United, and like Newcastle, I would expect all to get better next season. Man United just have to, man. They've lost so many games. For Arsenal, I would say there's more chance of Arsenal winning the league next year than there is Tottenham finishing in top four, and that's got nothing to do with Ange because I think he'll be away. Arsenal have built each season. I think Arsenal would. I think Arsenal got a better chance of winning the league next season than Tottenham getting top four. Controversial because of Man City, but I'm expecting some revolutions and 115 charges to come out next season, and hopefully Ange will build too, but I think he won't be there. I'm expecting big problems to come. You should do a watch along for both teams and grow your channel fast. They should put Chat GPI on far. Well, I did a watch along on my channel last night for the Rangers game. There's a flop of the season. My flop of the season is sadly Kyogo Tawaga, who's only got one goal in a coat match against Partick. But I believe in him and I think he will come good. Ange will build too. Arteta 2.0. Yeah, I rate Ange, but you know, Tottenham throwing a game. I don't think the team threw the game, but the fans wanting them to throw the game just to spite Arsenal is a bit cheap. I mean, that Sun chance, man, that will live in the memory for Arsenal fans for a long time. But is what it is. At the end of the day, the Scottish Parliament has declared a nationwide housing emergency. Jesus, see Twitter, man. You go for something and then it just goes. Watch what Cara said about it. So I did watch that. I did watch the Cara. No, I get it. I mean, like I said, I think it is a bit pathetic, but at the same time, I would rather Hearts win the league over Celtic, and if it meant Rangers having to throw a game, I get it. But I can understand the Rangers manager at the time, if that happened, being pissed off with the fans. I would. Why did we appoint Hamza Yusuf? I'm Brown too, but he's the biggest fud I've ever seen. Yeah, that video of him, like on like with his leg, it's padded up, and he's pushing, and he just falls like absolute moonbeam. The entire SNP's full of moonbeams, man. Politics are all full of liars, though. It doesn't really matter which party at the end of the day. So what else is happening here? What else is happening here? Right, I think I'm going to give it to the 110-minute mark, then I'm away. Because dogs need walked, man. Dogs need walked. Well, Doug needs walked. Sadly, one of the dogs died. And it's been a pretty shit month, man. Really shit month. But what else is happening here? Black Labrador. And he's the man. Big Jake. The fact that the photo of no confidence failed shows how much yeah. Here, you should see the Nicky here in Belfast. They weren't even in the Parliament building for like, was it 4 years since COVID, and only came in like recently, and they were still getting paid, man. Fucking joke. How was that a pen? What was that? How was that a pen at the weekend? And when's Kyogo done it for your house? But when Dessers gets kicked, he made the foul. I'd love to know. Don't understand. I think they make the rules up as they go along. So we've got a minute and a half to go, then I'm ending this, guys. So if you want to send a super chat, go ahead. But if you don't, I'm not going to judge you. But I've loved to talk today in this video, man, about West Highland Way, Airdrie, the plight for them to die, that good stuff, and also the hype towards tonight's fixtures, where I do believe Celtic will win the league, sadly for Rangers, but we've got a minute to go. So anybody, any final questions, any final super chats, get them fired in to it here. We might be back for a watch along later. I can't guarantee that, but we might absolutely, we might, as we've got 50 seconds to go. 50 seconds to go. 50 seconds to go. Killie to win 9-0. Who says no? I'd pretty much say everybody. 16 fewer will happen. All right. So, oh shit, I was too busy texting him. Enjoy your steak, mate, and I'll catch you later. Peace. Which manager wins the boxing on the SPL managers? Oh, that's a good one. It would be Dunk, but he's in the championship. Come on, I think come on would be come on would be a good shout. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for everything. And we'll be back later in some regard. There'll be fids later about Celtic will win the league. There'll be a fid, there'll be a live stream, there could be a watch along. There'll be fids, right? And there'll definitely be fids on my channel. I'll react to it as well. So till next time, guys. Peace.